Hello. Hi, Leslie. Are you here? Oh, you know what? Hopefully it's not too loud. I might need to go get my headphones. Let me check. I was planning to do this on my phone, but since I set it up as like a pre-recorded session, it wouldn't let me do it on my phone. Hi, Carrie. You guys tell me how the sound is. I'm actually about to pull it up on my phone right now. Hold on. I was planning to do this on my phone, but it sounds pretty good. All right, cool. Thank you. And I was gonna do it outside like I usually do, and then I wasn't, and then I was. So we're just here. Okay. Let me just get this shared out into the group. Today we're talking about money, obviously. We're talking about, like, how do you really feel about money? Hi, Jennifer. And we're going to, like, try and extract some of the beliefs that you have so that you can become aware of them and know where you're focusing and, like, what certain things about money means about you and how you feel, like, just a lot of stuff. So I'm not even going to try and explain it right this second. You guys can share this out if you'd like. Oh, wait, I don't have to share it out. It's already in our group. If you're not in Radical Biz Alchemy, feel free to come and join us. The link to it somewhere, it's somewhere on my page. Okay. So this is, let me see who's online right now, just so I'm not missing anyone so I can say hello. Let's pull up Ecamm here. Hi, Tony. Hi, Tia. Nice to see you. Thank you for being here. You guys just say hi. I see that there's more people on that haven't said anything yet. Ooh, Portugal. Awesome. Okay. Boop, boop, boop. I don't think I need to share it anywhere else. People get just full with money. People get full with money. I don't know what that means. I'm trying to like think right now about what that means, but I don't know what that means. People get full with money. Hi, Tasha. Hey, Brenda. Nice to see y'all here. Hopefully, there won't be any bugs that try and fly on me and make me look like a wimp today. Oh, thank you. God bless you too, Tony. All right, you guys. So I think we could probably go ahead and get started. Hopefully, I made this a scheduled live. That way, like, people could know whenever it's time to come on, and yeah, so we don't have to wait a whole long time. Okay. Hi, Dell. If you're watching the replay, let me know that you're here. Let me know that still answer the questions and things, and I'll come back and do my best to answer everybody's questions, or give you my 2 cents about your answers and stuff like that. But this will work really nice if you guys participate as well. You can type stuff in, or you can go and grab a journal. I probably should have put that in the description. Or you can just do it again after we're done if you don't have your journal by you. Okay, so what we're talking about today is how you actually feel about money, right? There's a lot of money teachers and money mindset coaches and things like that out there. And then there's a lot of, it's kind of half and half. Like, some of them are really spiritual. Some of them are really focused on like the spiritual meaning of like how much money you have, or how much money you make, or how much money you can hold on to or save, or just manage in general. And then there's the other side where it's all like investments and, stacking your money in certain ways, and, just paying attention to money, and your net worth, and making a very physical plan, or the way that you get it is all about like hustling and grinding and things like that. So there's 2 very different aspects of the money world. Okay. And I'm somewhere right in the middle. So I don't really think spiritual. I'm very spiritual, but I also am very logical, and I like the science of just our whole reality, like everything in the form, and also the energetic field that we're all a part of, and the space between it's just it boggles my mind, and at the same time it feels peaceful and it feels at home, and I really like to play with that and work with that. And I also like to play with and work with the physical, right? Like money and business and all of that stuff. So if you can relate to both of them, then this is definitely going to be for you. I have a few modalities that I use that we're not going to do any of the healing modalities today. I just want to be able to give you like an awareness of what you're making money mean about you, okay? So I want you guys, man's lust for power and corruption, honey. I don't agree with that at all. I think that money is a tool that we can use to be better people in the world. I believe that money is a really good thing, and I believe that those kind of beliefs, man's lust for power and corruption, are actually like keeping a lot of people stuck and broke and hopeless and feeling not enough. Now, whenever you make certain things mean things about you, like if I have power or if I have money, then people will like me, or that would mean that I'm worth something. That's whenever we start like kind of having that whole corruption that you're talking about right there. But I think for people like us, anybody who's watching this live stream, like your frequency matches mine in some way. And so you're here on purpose, right? So you probably have like the same beliefs that maybe you don't, but that like money is a tool that we use for our good, right? Whatever good is. I also don't believe in good or bad. So that's a whole nother topic. That's a whole other live stream. So what I want you guys to do is really just get out your journal, or if you feel comfortable writing in the comments what you like, the answers. You can write the answers in the comments, but if you're like shy or embarrassed or scared about it, you don't have to do that. I would encourage you to, just because I can help you a little bit better if you're participating, okay? So the first question that I want you to ask is how much money you make right now. Yeah, it's an energetic exchange. It's like getting money for something of value. It's just like an exchange of value. If you're giving a lot of value in somebody's life and they're not really able to give you anything in return, like it's a loss of energy almost. You don't have to really look at it that way, but it energetically is. And so you want to like be able to get that exchange back. So you guys, just tell me when you're done if you've written down how much money you make right now. Not how much you want to make, but how much you make right now. There's the dog. I don't know where she came from. She just like turned up in our neighborhood one day. I wonder if somebody dumped her off here. Yeah. Hi, puppy. All right. Are you guys done writing down how much you make right now? Nothing. I'm a stay-at-home mom. Okay. Oh, my nose is starting to run a little bit. Okay, so we have a lot of unemployed. Oh, Jen, have you been going live? Yes, you've written it down? Okay, great. Okay, great, guys. Okay, so what I want you to do is I want you to look at that number, and I want you to just look at it and say out loud, it's not enough. And I want you to really feel into your body. I want you to notice like the voices in your head that come up whenever you say that, what you're feeling in your body, what kind of emotions you're feeling. And then I want you to say it again and just pay even more attention to what's coming up in your body. Like, is there physical feelings of discomfort somewhere in your body? Are you feeling maybe like a little bit sad or anything like that? Good. I'm happy you did, Jen. Nothing. Going to college, living off student loans, financial aid, also a single mother of 2. Yikes. You go, girl. That's a hard life to live, and I have no doubt that you're going through all of that for a reason. For sure. It's definitely growing you into something that you probably can't even see right now. So, I commend you. Okay. I earned over 30,000 per year. Okay, cool. Hopeless. It's always a discomfort. Bummed is the feeling. Okay, you guys. So these are like very normal things to feel, and it's just that people don't talk about it, right? Like money is an uncomfortable topic for a lot of people to talk about, and just the fact that you guys are willing to say, I'm not making anything, or whatever you say here, like just the fact that you're willing to say it and you're willing to sort of just acknowledge it. I mean, that's the first step in AA, is like, we came to believe, accepted that we were powerless over alcohol and our lives have become unmanageable. Okay. And you can literally use those principles, like the 12-step principles, for everything in life. People, there's like AA for like food addiction, for like anything, gambling, sex, like all of that. The first step is just admitting that like, this is where I am. Okay. So sad, disappointed, my stomach feels upset, hard to get the words out. It's not enough. Oh yeah. Hard to admit it to yourself, right? Like, it's really hard to admit this. Fear, sadness, disappointment in myself, lump in my throat, tears in my eyes. I don't mean to make you cry, Tia. I just want you guys to be able to see what you really believe about money, okay? You really, what the first question was, I want you to write down either in the comments or on your paper how much you make right now, not how much you want to make or anything like that. How much you make right now, and I want you to look at it and just say out loud, it's not enough. And notice what's going on in your body, okay? Really like pay attention to it, really get into it. I just want you guys to be able to shine the light of awareness on it right now, okay? Yeah, it doesn't really feel good sometimes to look at this stuff. Hopefully we're going to be able to move away from it a little bit. Right. It doesn't define me, but I know it's a necessity. Okay. I'm a crier too, Tia. I haven't been crying a lot lately. Actually, in like the past, probably like almost 2 years. Interesting. Okay. So so you guys all have your feelings that you're feeling right now. Does anybody feel anything physical in their body? Yeah. Hey, Leslie. I always wonder whether I'm looking at it too much or not. No, I don't think. Well, there's probably a line. Like, do you look at how much you make like all the time, and what do you feel when you look at it? Like, if you feel crappy whenever you look at how much you make, then maybe you want to focus on like bringing something that feels good into that practice, you know what I mean? So that you can associate money with pleasure instead of pain. But if you're making a lot and you're looking at it a lot and you're like, hell yeah, I'm the bomb diggity, or whatever, like look at how much value I'm sharing into the world and all of that, like that's a totally different story, right? Fibromyalgia due to trauma and stress early in life. I'm happy that you know that it's emotional, because a lot of people don't know that kind of stuff is emotional. Pain in my gut. Okay, so in your solar plexus area, or lower, like in your sacral, like is it in your gut, like in your solar plexus? Probably. That's what I'm feeling. Consistently emotional pain, but it's very physical. Can't explain it. I know what you mean. I totally know what you mean. Pain in your chest. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Sometimes the pain in your chest can mean like, that you have a hard time feeling the pleasure of your hard work. And obviously like in your solar plexus, like Jen said, that's, not really being able to like own your personal power and things like that. Headaches when you think about your income. Okay, cool. So, it's not cool that you feel these ways, but I want you to look at your number again, and I want you to say, this means I'm blank. So say it out loud, like, I make this much, and it means this means I'm blank, whatever you make it mean for you. lower back area all the time. I remember whenever I used to do readings for you, and I would always get that pain right in the back. You're a bus driver, Tony? Wow. My husband drives trucks too. You guys just share with me what you, oh, here we go. I had to scroll down. I didn't know I had to scroll down. Every time I struggle financially, my energy dips and I get very scared. I have to work to pull myself out of it and realized I've magnetized the situation, right? And then by the time you have to work to pull yourself out, that's like the energy that you're magnetizing again, right? So it's like a cycle. Like if it dips, okay, so here's the thing, like if it dips, but you have an income ceiling that's kind of like, that's above where it dipped, your natural inclination would be just like a thermometer in your house to go back up to that normal level. But what happens if it dips and you freak out about it or you become scared about it is that like you give off that energy and then it just goes into an unending cycle, until you pull yourself out, right? Like, but if you look at it and you're just like, oh yeah, it's dipping, right now, like I must be getting, I must be getting value somewhere, right? Like you can look at it different ways instead of being scared. And that's obviously a habit that has to be created. But it really is about like what you're focusing on. And this is all like, it's all stuff that we know, right? And it's stuff that we also forget a lot of the time. That it actually has to become a habit. All the way from there to your chest. Oy. Body, brain are literally slower functioning lately. I hope that Ashley, I hope that your depression gets better. I know that mental illness and things is really crappy to experience. I just made a video about like the depression that I had this winter. It wasn't as bad as normal, but I do understand, and it sucks sometimes to have to deal with that. Okay, have stress over money. Never feel it. Sorry, I'm catching up on a lot of messages here. Okay, so that means I'm failing. Tony says kindness is a weakness. Okay. Feel like I'm doing everything by myself. So what does that mean about you, Carrie? It means I'm. It's okay, Leslie. So it's not so much that there's blocked chakras, it's just that we make vows and that's where we hold them. So we make vows to, never be like our parents, or we make vows to be nothing like our parents. And those vows are kind of like what dictates the energy that we're holding. Until we like give the awareness to it, then it's kind of like it makes it free to dissolve or alchemize, right? Like you can alchemize it easier once you know what it is, right? So okay, so mostly it's that means I'm failing, right? And so when we look at our money and we make it mean that we're failing, or even taking a step further and saying, this is how much I make and I'm a failure, right? So it's like, what are you making money mean about you? Okay, so whenever you are made a vow to nothing forever. Ugh. Okay. So whenever you're making money mean something like you're a failure, then that's like the belief that you're putting out, and that's kind of like in the background, it's running over and over and over again, like I'm a failure. That's like what your whole pretense is. It's like how you're living your life. And again, once we shed like the light of awareness on the fact that like I'm running my whole program around this belief that because I don't have money or because I'm not making money, I'm a failure. But what really happens is that you believed that you were failing before, and that's why your money looks the way that it does. Okay, does that make sense? That the feeling came before the money stuff came. It always is like this is why I really love doing this work, is because it makes it so clear. It's like people all the time will talk about, like, I have money blocks. I don't know what the block is. Like, I've worked on everything. I've worked all around it and stuff like that. It's like, okay, well, whenever you know how to access, like, what your subconscious beliefs are, or what, like, program that you're running in your reality, it's like it makes it so much easier to be able to see what's actually going on. Like, that failure was there first. So, like, think about, like, when did you start feeling like you were a failure? Or when did you first start feeling like, I'm failing at life? And it doesn't have to be about money. This is why I love doing money coaching, is because money is the easiest way to expose the program. It's the easiest way to expose everything that you think that's going on, and expose it as a lie. And then, like, that's why we can't really see our own stuff. That's why it's helpful to have somebody kind of like asking you questions, coaching you through like what you really believe. And of course, it's going to be 100% dependent on like how honest and vulnerable and raw you can be about like the truth with it. Just like at the beginning saying, like, yeah, this is hard to look at sometimes. But sharing it is so important. It doesn't have to be sharing it to the whole world, but like having someone to share it with, it makes a huge difference, because like people can see through some of that stuff. So, I'll stop rambling about that. Let me see. Makes a lot of sense. So you guys can you pinpoint a time where you started feeling like you were failing? Many troubles started when I failed at university and dropped out. Okay, cool. And so you're still punishing yourself for that. I keep on moving. This old shed has been here since like the early 1900s, and nobody's torn it down. Just off topic here, because that's how I roll. Okay. My family refuses to see that I'm an individual. They see my mom and I as one entity. My grandparents even call me my mother's name. Ugh. And because I'm not living their dreams and expectations, I'm failing. I have a job and the ability to make 100K plus, but I don't make it unless I can actually work. Okay. So, like, that means that you're sort of like believing them, because it is your program, right? Like, you're believing them, and in order to believe them, that means that you've got to give your power away to them. Does that make sense? Like, you have to give your power away to someone to believe their narrative of your life. Okay? And so, Ashley, for you, it's going to be a lot about really learning to take your power back, regardless of the circumstance or the consequence, right? Like, you're going to have to learn to take your power back in every situation of your life. And the ability to make 100K plus will appear because you're owning your value. You're owning like your own power. You're really stepping into your power and like owning your truth about who you are, that you're not your mother. And like admitting that, hey, maybe I have given my power away a little bit, and that I may have given into like their narrative about who I am. Especially when we live in a rat race. Always felt like I was supposed to stay on and get a graduate job and then start channeling, and couldn't force myself to do anything I didn't want to. Interesting. Yeah, same. You really, yeah, the same way. I cannot, I won't, I can't do anything that I refuse. But I also surrender that too. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, it's super contradictory. It's like, I will never work a normal job, but I also surrender that. And if I ever needed to, like, I know it's available. Like, if I needed to go get a job as a server again, I could and I would. But I refuse to at the same time. Okay. When I helped someone with a mass of money, the person never paid me back. Okay, so Veronica, totally. That goes in with what I just talked to Ashley about too, is like giving your power away to that situation. And that is actually, there's 5 different types of money that I work with, and that is actually one called toxic money. And so for that, Ashley, right here, this can solve your problem. for you to release that person from their debt, and fully forgive them, and also take ownership for your part in it. That, you know, like, if this person, obviously they couldn't manage their money, they couldn't be responsible for their own life, and so they're gonna come and ask you for money, then, like, you have to take responsibility and ownership for you giving somebody money who showed very clear signs that they could not manage money, right? And so it's about forgiving yourself, and it's about forgiving them, and then releasing it and letting it go, like letting it go to God, letting it go to the universe, and just knowing that because of that forgiveness, then now you're opening up all of this space. Because what happens, like, you subconsciously or consciously focusing on, yeah, I gave this person a lot of money and they never paid me back, right? So that's there. Really work on, like, forgiving yourself and forgiving that other person around that specific thing, okay? Trying so hard to change, but I don't know how to get it back. So same for you, Ashley. It looks like you guys are kind of like aligned there, Ashley. Same for you. It's about forgiving yourself for letting yourself fall into that trap, and then also about forgiving them because, like, they're just doing the best that they can. Like, they're just doing what they know how to do. They're just being who they know how to be. And you also get to feel like very fortunate and very lucky that you're in a situation and a time and opportunity to be able to release them, and to be able to release this too. And bring yourself up, like, evolve yourself into, like, the person who can do all of the things that you know that you were put here to do, right? Energy leaks and pours out when we give any credit to their narrative. Exactly. Okay, totally gave my power away. Good, Tia. Okay, every day I'm feeling guilty for not getting an ordinary job despite earning low consistently for so long. Okay, cool. So that's, like, totally simple. It's like every day I'm feeling guilty for that. Like, that's your truth. Like, that's what's running in your program. And so, you know, focusing on that guilt, it might not be something that you're consciously doing, but if it's trapped in your body, if it's trapped in your nervous system, it is going to rule your life anytime you put out an offer or a post or anything that's expressing your gift and asking for that value to be returned to you. It's like guilt because, like, I should have a regular job. Like, that's what the focus is, whether it's conscious or not. I just don't feel like I can. Exhausted working. Yeah, because it's not your purpose. Like, anything that's not your purpose is it's going to take away all of your energy because you have to give so much energy. It's not natural to do that. Yeah, thank you guys, for real. Thank you for being vulnerable and willing to show up, for sure. That's because, Ashley, you can't let it go because your brain and your body, your subconscious mind and your body, your nervous system have it trapped in there. And like I said at the beginning, like, I don't really share my my healing tools, like my body tools, in live videos. I am doing some work in the Evolve group, which is my month-to-month membership group. If you're interested in coming in there, we're going to be tackling a lot of this stuff. And we're not done with this live stream, so if you're interested in doing that and, like, massively up-leveling your life for very, very low investment, like, I'm almost embarrassed that it's so low, then say something. I will put it in the comments for you guys, just so after this you can go look at it and just decide if it's something that you want to do. But we're going to be covering so much in the next few months. And there's no commitment. It's month to month. If you don't like it, you can not do it the next month. So, but it will bring so much value into your life, and you will be able to release that from your body and from your mind. I never believed I could make enough on my own. Physical limitations, right, because you have that. I forgot what it's called, but I know what you're talking about. Hell yes, totally, Leslie. I love that you're doing, like, your movement is so cool. I love it. Okay, guys, let's go ahead and do the opposite now. So I want you guys to focus on, like, how much you would like to be making, and you could think about this in a way that, like, you're making this much doing what you actually love, okay? So don't think about it from like a job perspective. Thank you. I was reading your comment at the same time as talking. Cry, girl, let it out, because that's where it like needs to come out. Like, it needs to come out. People hold their emotions in and it just like kills you. You don't need to do that, okay? So cry all you want. Move your body, dance it out, whatever you got to do, just like let it out. So I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, like make sure that you write down how much you want to be making by doing what you love, what you're passionate about, what you feel your purpose is. How much do you want to be making? Like how many hours per week do you want to be working? Just look at how much you want to be making right now, okay? And you can go ahead and write it in the comments. I can't stop playing with these like seed things. Seed husks. I don't know what they are. I think they are husks from the tree up there. Y'all, I have no concept of time. Like, at all. I just looked at my clock and I'm like, I don't even understand what time is anymore. It's so weird. Yeah, that's a lot of money, Cyrus. Or is it serious? It's serious. That's a lot of money. Okay, so let me add this in. Realistically, let's just say in the next like few months, let's say in the next 6 months, how much you want to be making, okay? 10K a month, 30 hours a week. I love it. I love it. I love it. 3,000 a month, done and done. Great. Okay. So whenever you have your money written down, how much you would like to be making, I want you to look at it and say like, this is enough, or this is way more than enough. However you feel about it. This is enough, or this is way more than enough, okay? Let's stick with this is more than enough, okay? Let's stick with that, okay? Yeah, I keep on saying okay a lot. I would love to be thousands a month, 5K to 20K, intuitive coaching, channeling, sound healing, and creating art. Aurelia, that friggin' thing that I listened to from your Twitter this morning was so cool. I loved it. 20 hours a week. Awesome. So 5,000 a month, 35 hours max a week. Perfect. I love that. Love it so much. Jen, you can totally make that much, by the way. Jen is in Evolve too. You guys, we're going to be doing a badass training tomorrow. So if you're not in there, please come in there. It will be amazing for you. I don't win or lose by you being there. You're the only one who like gets to reap that reward. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I do win in a way because I'm getting to do what I love, but like, it's not like I'm trying to sell you on anything or anything like that. It's like, it's not making or breaking my life is basically what I'm saying. So this is seriously going to be amazing. Amazing. Tomorrow. Okay. So more than enough. How does it feel whenever you say that? 10K next month if I can get my ass out of bed. Get your ass out of bed, dude. I'm so excited too. Maddie's not here on this live stream because she's still sick. She's like definitely going through a purge. She's making massive strides, and somebody already offered to pay her for what she does. Oh, if you can get Allie's butt out of bed. Okay. Feels true. You said that yesterday too. I'm gonna like send you a message and after this, Leslie, because there was something that I need to tell you. So you can check it later if you want. Sorry, phone is dumb. Okay. All right. So what does it mean? Like this means I'm. Let's do that. You guys said you already noticed what it feels like in your body, and then just do like this means I'm again. This is kind of cool. I've never done a training like this before. Okay. Hi, Miranda. My eye is watering. I love that. It's totally attainable. Perfect. So you guys, give me some example of this means if I'm making, okay, cool, stable, cool. So, oh girl, I can already see yours right now, just like flash into my head like a vision. But let's get a couple more. If I'm making 5K a month, this means I'm, okay, rocking it. This means I'm free to fly. Awesome. Hi, Gina. Gina's coming over tomorrow. We're going to do some energy work with her little girl. Oh, wait, Saturday, not tomorrow. See? Told you, totally out of touch with reality. Time, don't get it. Saturday. Today's Thursday, right? Whew. Okay. So, Ashley was the first one. She says, this means I'm stable. This means I'm leading. Okay. Wow, I love these answers, guys. Okay, so this is kind of where, like, the twist comes in. The twist kind of comes in here, okay? So I want you to look at the word you said, especially, I'm going to go with you, Ashley, because you're the first one who said stable, and I'm very invested in your story right now. So this means I'm stable. So what we have is loyalty to our family's paradigms, basically. And yours is perfect because you've mentioned we either have loyalty or rebellion, but even when we have rebellion to our family's paradigm, what we are, right? Like people like us, kind of that paradigm. Even when we have rebellion towards it, like a vow that says, I'll never be like my parents, we still have loyalty to it because it's our tribal mentality. Like we haven't lost that, even though we don't live in tribes anymore. We haven't lost that part of our brain that says, if I get kicked out of my tribe, I'm going to die. Like it literally feels like you're going to die. Hi, Tanya. And so what happens is since you have like your family telling you you're just like your mom, they call you by your mom's name, all of this stuff, like you might rebel against that, but like there's a part of you that has a loyalty to it. And so if you're stable, that means you're no longer like your mom. And that means that like you're hurting her by being different than her. And also there's like that super subconscious part of us that says I'm gonna die if I get kicked out of my tribe, if I'm stable and I'm not like my mom anymore. Or that means like I'm gonna hurt my mom if I'm not like her anymore. If I don't stay true to her paradigm, then that means, you know, she's wrong. I'm making my mom wrong. And even though you might hate that about your story or whatever, it's just what we do. It's what our bodies do. It's just for survival. Okay. So, that's what that's about. So tell me then, and the same thing with rocking it. Like Jen, you did not get the attention growing up that your brother got, right? And so like if you were to say I'm rocking it, that would be like completely false to your family's paradigm. That your family who said your brother can rock it, but you can't. Do you know what I mean? So you're going to be making your parents wrong by making lots of money because you're going to feel like you're rocking it. Okay? So free to fly. Really, that's like farthest thing from graduate school, right? Same thing with you. Leslie, leading. You're already leading. You know what I mean? Like you're already leading and money doesn't really get to decide that for you. So I'd love a deeper answer if you can get one. This means I'm. Oh, in the middle of leaving the Mormon church. Good for you. I will totally be there for you, girlfriend. If I make this, it means I'm loved. Okay, so what about you, Casey? Hi, by the way. I haven't seen you in months. What about you is not allowed to be loved? Oh, interesting. Really, that's really interesting. Does feel partly like, oh, yeah, totally. And so if this means I'm is something that's going to hurt someone that you love, then obviously that's like we would be afraid of that. And so like us staying small or us staying in like the fake money story of like, oh yeah, I know I could make money, or like I'm just not, like, oh god, please don't be a bug on me. No girl, you're not alone. Come into Radical Biz Alchemy. We'll hang out with you. There's a lot of religious people in there. Okay, so healing my money story for my children. Right. Cool. I love that so much. Um, which means also like the family paradigm of like not healing it is still there. It's still a loyalty. It's still a vow of loyalty to our parents, like, and our ancestors. The whole paradigm that says that like you have to do this or you have to do that. And I know that your parents had money, but they had like poverty consciousness. So, it's staying loyal to that, which is kind of crazy the way it works. But anyways, so like if you're afraid of being this thing, and not on a conscious level, but a subconscious level, if you're afraid of being this thing, stable, rocking it, free to fly, all of those things that you guys said, go away, fire ant. Please don't crawl into my computer. If you're afraid of being that thing subconsciously, do you think that you're going to really want to do it? Because if you're doing things that make you feel afraid, then that's like continuing to bog down your energy, right? It's continuing to make us, go through these cycles of, like I mentioned in the email earlier. Some of y'all might have got it, some of you probably didn't, but it's like this cycle of like courage and then sabotage, or this cycle of like feast and famine and money, and it just continues to go and go and go all of the time. And there are so many different aspects to this. Like there are so many, like I can't even begin to wrap my mind around like all of the different ways that this can be healed. I mean, I can, because like that's what I do, but like there's so many different stories, and yet they all have the same energetic meaning behind them. Do you see how this works? Do you see that like this is an energetic thing? It is stuck in our subconscious. It's stuck in our nervous system. And it doesn't matter what your story is. It's because of something. And there are so many other topics around money and trauma and like even your savings or even like your debt. Like all of these things have a story around them, but they still stem from the same types of beliefs, the same types of vows, the same types of just like all of the energetic stuff that we make when we're little kids. It's all around that. And there are a million different like ways that you can look at it, but they're always going to be the same cure, right? It's an energetic cure, and it's a release from your body, and it's also alchemy, and it's also, it's just transmuting energy from one thing into another thing. And that's what my goal is here. And I want you guys to know that you are awesome. You're badass, like manifestors. I mean, you're so badass at manifesting. Look what you're manifesting in your life, because your beliefs say this about you. And so you're manifesting that. So could you imagine what would happen if you actually changed your beliefs? And I'm not talking about doing like mindset work and just writing them down and, doing affirmations and then in the back of your mind saying you're a fucking liar. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not talking about that kind of changing your story. I'm not talking about like doing little petty mindset work. I'm talking about doing deep, deep, deep work with yourself that is not even that hard. Like, it's not even that hard, and you actually get into the habit of doing it. Like yesterday, I did a live video with Leslie in her inner circle, and it came out then too that like this is something that I just do naturally now. And like at the beginning of it, I thought it was going to take me the rest of my life to learn this or to change my story. Like I really thought that I was going to be spending like millions of years, millions of hours, really trying to change my story, when really, like, if you just commit to the habit of consistently showing up to do this work for a little while, it transforms into something completely different, okay? Something completely different. And that is why I want to do live streams like this, so that you can see that like you are fucking powerful beyond belief. Like people are, exactly, you are a powerful manifestor. Like people are manifesting exactly what they want out of life. Like it's exactly. I put my money story off to heal until I had no other choice. Right. And what's really interesting about that is if we go right for the money, which is why I've decided to obviously go back into money. When we go for the money, we find all of these other things that are like begging to be healed within us. And so not only does it allow us to make money in our lives. It also allows us to show up and be better wives or mothers or husbands or lovers or, clients or coaches or anything like that. Employees, if you're down with that kind of like systematic slavery that we got going on, whatever it is, like, you get to show up and you get to be a better person in every area of your life because you're knocking out these vows that you have that are like trapped in your body. And I wanted to do a really powerful session with you guys today because I want you to see that this work that like I'm doing right now with the people in Evolve is like seriously hardcore stuff. And I don't think that you can really get a grasp on it from my regular live streams, because I don't really like go hard in my live streams. I don't teach a lot of the value that I teach in those groups. I don't teach them just here on the live streams. And so I want you guys to get a really good look at that, and I want you to get a really good taste of like what's to come, because the transformation that takes place inside this container or any of the containers that you come in, I always like do my best to over deliver. And sometimes it's like you never know what's going to happen, because the collective conscious is what creates the container as well. It's like what not creates the container, but it creates like the substance of the container, like what's inside of it. And then it's kind of like we mold around that. And I want you guys to get a really good idea and a really good peek into what kind of healing work. And this isn't even it. Like, this is the tip of the iceberg, and there's a whole healing process that takes place with it. And there's 2 more aspects to what we just did today. And what we did today was just uncover what's obviously standing in the way and showing you obviously what you're manifesting into your life, why you're manifesting it. And just knowing that alone is great. You can go off with this information, you can take it and do whatever you want with it, or you can take it to the next level and come and join us in Evolve and have a very, 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 very powerful transformation happen in your life in a very short amount of time. Thank you, Leslie. I love hearing that. Like, I just love the way that you speak, the way you articulate this right here. Your medicine is extremely potent. Like, that turns me on so much. Leslie, I think I need you to be my girlfriend. No, I'm just kidding. Leslie, I'm going to hire you as like a compliment coach. You just message me every day and say, Corey, your medicine is extremely potent. I love it so much. Yours is too. I've seen some of your live streams and they make me like, yes, girl. Yes, this woman knows what's up. And I love that so much about you. So it's not just me. I know that. You're a crier? No, you're not. I've only seen you cry like 2 times. Okay, you guys. Let me see here. I'm going to write radicalbizalchemy.com/evolve one more time. This is such a freaking safe space. It is such a amazing place to be. The people in it are transforming already. Like, one girl just decided, I'm going to start doing readings, and like somebody offered her payment for it already. Do you know what I mean? Like, and she already made back 2 times her investment, like within 4, maybe 5 days, by just like manifesting it. And so I just want you guys to like really come in here and really see what can happen for you, because it's so powerful. Like, it is so powerful. And as Leslie says, potent. The medicine is potent. AF, you guys. Okay? All the emotion on here as well as Hope Rising. Oh, I love that so much. So much. Because of you. Because of you too, girl. You're the one showing up and doing your damn thing. Like, y'all, Jen was in Wild Rebel Rising with me, and I knew she was going to quit her job. She asked me to ask, I think, about like, because I do readings and stuff sometimes, about when she was going to leave her job, and I told her it was going to be March. I think this was last September-ish, and I told her it was going to be March, and she left her job right before March. And she was a server, bartender, I think a bartender. And no backup plan, just knowing, like, I have to follow soul right now. Like, this is not good for me. This is not okay that I'm living my life this way, and I've got to get out of this environment. And she just did it. Like, totally just did it. And I just commend you so much for taking that type of like aligned action, even though it's scary. Like sometimes those scary decisions or like the scary actions that we have to take are exactly what creates the space for us to step into our next level. And like without making those decisions, we just linger in like the old programming, in the way that things have always been. And so go girl. And then not only did she quit her job, but she decided to invest in herself, not having a freaking job, because she knows she's going to make money because she's working with me. Like she knows that her business that she hasn't even started yet is about to take off. Exactly. So you've been contacting to do card readings. Awesome. I don't see this as an okay thing to profit off of. Something so simple. Well, that's your belief. Like, it might not be the right thing for you, Sirius, but it is absolutely the right thing for some people. Like, just because you have an opinion about it doesn't mean that that's somebody else's truth, right? So if you have issues charging people for psychic readings, that's okay. But for somebody else, that might be what exactly they need to be able to open up their space, to be able to channel even more energy, because that energy exchange is already there. Like somebody's giving back to them, so they're not just giving all of themselves. I know personally, whenever I do free trainings, I can try my best to give all of my knowledge and all of my wisdom away. But whenever somebody steps into a container that they pay for energetically with money, then the stuff that channels through me is so much more potent and so much more intense. And that's just the way that it works. You know what I mean? It's like, for some people it is that way, and for some people it's not. Like maybe you're meant to be paid for something else. And it's not always a profit. A lot of those people that do readings don't profit off of it. They are just living their lives. And for them to be able to do readings for all the people that are coming for those readings, then they have to pay their bills somehow. And so it's almost more like a donation. I like your spirit too. Want to break that issue. I want to open my subconscious to approve that it's okay to, yeah, it totally is. Like, if you just look at it like that, I mean, it isn't always a profit either. Like, it's an energetic exchange. It's a way for people to express that, like, you're giving them value. And a lot of people make their decisions based off of tarot readings. Like, if you're helping somebody navigate through their life, you should be getting goddamn paid for it. Like, you should. So just start doing it. Do what you're afraid of, and then the fear goes away. Someone messaged me out of nowhere. Okay, cool. So Jen's already getting paid for hers too. Awesome. So 2 out of the 4 are already getting paid for something that they didn't even start before. And we only started the group like, what, a week and a half ago? So, yeah. That's pretty freaking fantastic. We had our first group coaching session. What it is, if anybody is wondering, Brenda wants to learn more. Awesome. I would love for you to come in and be a part of this container with us. Like, just come in and totally step into the person that you're put here to be. We do 2 Zoom meetings per month. So on the 15th and the 30th, what we do is we come together on Zoom. Our first meeting was like pretty long, but that's only because everybody was doing introductions. Basically, everybody who comes in here after, we will either have one in the morning and one at night, 2 times a month if the group gets too big, and if not, then it'll be like 10-minute laser coaching for each person. And sometimes it'll be like an hour, sometimes it'll be 2 hours, depending on how many people are in there. It just, like, it takes what it takes, and I'm willing to show up for the people that are there. Like, you don't have to stay for the whole thing or not. But the power of group coaching is, like, this person has a different perspective than you do, but as I proved to you earlier, the problem or like the issue is the same. It's an energetic one, and so they might be experiencing something that you didn't know how to put in words, and they're speaking out about it, and that solution that we figure out also serves you. So the power of having group coaching is that you have way more perspectives. You can see things in a million different ways. You know how to tackle your mindset. You know how to tackle your reality. You know how to manage your energy better. It's so much better. And then the weeks that we don't have the group coaching, it's going to be like a video like a live video training where it's like this. but it's going to be on like this deep kind of money stuff. Okay. And I just say it's money stuff, but like I shared with y'all earlier, we call it money stuff, but what we're doing is we're actually exposing what your money situation or your money story is telling us, so that you can bring up and alchemize or heal or do whatever you need to do there. Okay. So yeah, no kidding. Yeah, it was interesting. That's for sure. Totally an energetic exchange. As you rise, I rise. I love that so much. I love that saying, as you rise, I rise. Okay, you guys. So, does anybody have any questions for me? So I'm going to get off of here in a couple of minutes. Ooh. Take off all this makeup. Can't even see it because the sun. Beam. Pretty. But you can see how it's, wait, that's like coming down. Anyways. Okay, you guys. I don't think anybody has any questions. Again, one more time, come join Evolve. Come fucking evolve with us. It's going to be amazing. Tomorrow is a training. We have a training tomorrow at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. So make sure that you get in before then so you can be on there live and we can really dive deep. We didn't dive as deep as possible today. I'm also going to be showing you how to actually release this stuff from your nervous system. So be there. Like, it's a simple decision. Like, it is a simple decision to make. It's $97. I think there's 10 more spots at $97. And then, after those 10 spots are taken, then it is, $197 per month. And, like, even if you got in at $97, that is, like, the, fast action bonus. So, the first month is $97, and then every month after that is $197. But you also don't have to do every month. It would be smart for you to do every month, and have that consistency and accountability and like really start creating the patterns and the habits and the new behaviors and things like that. But if you're not getting anything from it, I don't want to keep getting your money. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to keep having you invest in something if you're not ready to grow. And if you are ready to grow, you will get a result. Okay? So that's that, by the way. You're welcome. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, thank you for being here. Girlfriend is an addict. Is that a reflection of me or her? Well, Casey, are you not an addict? Like, what is she an addict of? You know I'm an ex-addict, right? I'm pretty sure you know that. It's not so much a reflection, but usually addicts and non-addicts are super codependent. And so, like, you just have codependency issues probably. That's all it is. Yeah, you're welcome, Brenda. So, Casey, like, just ask yourself, what would it mean for me? Like, what would it be like for me if I could draw my power from spirit instead of another person? What would it be like for me if, that's what I was doing too. Ugh. Okay, what would it be like for me if I could get all of my power from an internal source rather than from another person? What would it be like if I could be validated by myself rather than this person? Even though they're not validating you, it's sort of like a self-punishment probably to go through that. So I've never been on your side of it. Actually, I have, and it was bad and it made me relapse right after I had Delilah, my oldest daughter. So there's a lot of things that are going on there. Just look into codependency and go to Al-Anon, break up with her. I don't know. Do what you gotta do. But make sure that you're managing your own energy for sure. Okay, you guys. Hopefully I'll see you in Evolve. Once you are on the website and you check out, I will put you in our Facebook group and you can like introduce yourself and all of that good stuff. So I will see you guys later, probably Monday. All right, I'll see y'all later. Bye.